So I've been playing a bit of Injustice on the PC. I originally had the console version, but I wasn't a huge fan of it. There was this really weird issue I had on the Xbox version where you get this little bit of lag, even if you're playing single player, and it kind of really disrupted the game. The PC version still has that, but it's nowhere near as bad, so it's a bit more playable. As well as I think in regards to the game itself, it was a pretty good fun. I'm still not quite a fan of the NetherRealm's way of doing the moves and the combos and stuff. It just feels a bit too much rigid, not much as flexible as lots of other games. You really have to learn button presses and motions. For most other games, it's very straightforward. It's like low, medium, hard, and variations in between. But this is a lot more physics-based as well, especially with the aerial combos. The game is good. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's so many options. There's so many characters. There's so many things you can unlock as well. And I really think other fighting games should really look into that. And there's also the DLC characters. Of course, you've got the PC version that it came with all the characters anyway. It's a pretty good fun game. The story mode is possibly one of the best ever, though. I really hope for the sequel, though, that they basically improve on everything. They just add more flexibility to the moves and the combos, and perhaps even more destruction, especially like that, especially when destroying around stuff around the buildings. It does still impress me though. When they originally announced Injustice, they did say it was they were constantly going to be updating it, and it seems to be that they're true to their word. Just looking on it now, it seems that their last update was at the end of August, so it seems like they're still sticking to the word and will be updating it anyway. And I'd hope they continue to do it. Granted, they're probably going to get there, concentrate on the next Mortal Kombat game and probably another Injustice game as well. One thing I really do wish, though, if you ever saw some of the really early footage of it, you'd seen there's a lot of these really fancy combos, usually ending in the super move, which I thought looked really cool. Problem is, in the full game, you can't really do that. You can do some simple combos into a super move, but because most of the fancy stuff requires a meter burn, you literally use up your meter, so then you can't do a super. So I kind of wish that they kind of reversed it a bit, so perhaps a super move only used 2 bars instead of 3. I think they're actually doing something similar like that in Mortal Kombat 10, but hopefully they'll be able to do it in the next Injustice game too.